concept student at Massey University.
Kia ora, my name is Louisa Joins and I'm also a fourth year concept student at Massey. The way I've explained it to my clueless uncles in the past when they get confused is that James Cameron wants to make a new Avatar movie. And in the Avatar movie there's a horse and he has no idea what it looks like, so I need to design the alien horse for James Cameron.
And I mean, that goes for anything in any film, game, animation, or even location-based experience like rides. There's always gonna have to be someone thinking up the ideas. You know, a script is all well and good, but if it's gonna be a visual output, you need someone who can make the visuals, at least to start with.
I once heard a horror story about a game that had no concept artists on it, not naming names, but they went straight into production and someone spent 2 weeks sculpting a hand on a 3D model. And that's what you don't want. So concept is just to draft things out, and to draft ideas, and make priorities before it gets sent into actual production.
Initially, the first year I was here, I was actually in the fine arts track, but I found it didn't really align with what I wanted to do, and so I switched over to concept, using summer school as kind of a middle ground, and then moving into it my second year.
My year 13 design teacher, who was absolutely lovely, told me about the degree and said I should definitely take it. So I did. My first year was entirely on Zoom and was horrific, and I don't know why I ever decided to stay for a second, but been better since.
I've always said my favorite aspect of doing concept design is you get to do all the fun parts of projects without having to do any of the repetitive work. So for example, you know, you get to do the ideation of animation, but you don't actually have to animate. And so I would say one of my favorite things that we ever did was blind box toy design. I think in second year? Second year. They also got you to go into the 3D lab over in Block 11, and you got to kind of intermingle with the industrial students and learn how to not only make your designs, but also, you know, make them tangible and holdable, and I would say that's my favorite.
I think apart from like annoying the people I sit next to by recommending them movies they'll never watch, one of my favourite bits of concept design is just getting to bring my projects to a life, to get the time to like think about them and to work on them, and then make it into something that people might not see but feels more developed than what I'd have the motivation to do on my own.
They kind of group us together based on what it is that we're interested in or what it is we're doing. So, you know, if you're making something, they'll put you with the group of makers. If you're doing game design, they'll put you with those. And I'd say especially in our year, since we're a pretty small cohort, everyone knows everyone goes over and goes, hey, what are you working on? And so it's, even though you are in those little groups, you know, you get to wander around, see what everyone's getting up to, get ideas.
There was like that real sense of place and community. I know pretty much everyone in fourth year. I know all our projects. I go around and have like a look and annoy people because I have nothing else to do during class. People from concept have taught me how to design better, how to use programs I would have never used, how to use new tech, or stuff like that. And I think that sense of community pushes you to new heights.
Pick something that you struggle with and try working on it for about a year. Because especially with the lectures that we have here and all the access to the programs and whatnot, you do learn really quick. You'll pick things up really quick. And so if you continuously pick your weakest points, they quickly become a pretty good asset to you.
When I came into concept, I was always very stylized, like you are when you're 15 years old and you're sketching in your notebook. But around midway through, I started painting every day. And now painting and realism has become my safe space, and now I'm getting into 3D modelling, and that's also become mine. It's just sit down and know life something for a bit. Imagine Dungeons and Dragons. Do you know Gundam?
No.
Do you know Transformers?
Yes.
Imagine if there were people in the Transformers.
Okay.
And it was in space.
Okay.
And
yep.
it was Star Wars.
Okay.
And it was Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I'm getting a picture.
I'm incredible at explaining this.
Yeah.
Oh, I really shot myself in the foot there. I went, you know what, I've not touched any of this before, let's make the whole project about it. But so far, so good.